Medusa! And welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Smitha. Today's tutorial is for Halloween and I'm converting myself into Medusa. I'll be showing you both makeup as well as the headpiece. If you don't know who Medusa is, in Greek mythology, she was this beautiful monster or a creature who was cursed, and that's why she has snakes in her hair. And if you keep staring at her eyes, she will convert you into a stone. I will link a video in the description box below that will give you the complete picture and story about Medusa. But for now, let's get this started. My take on Medusa is half human and half snake. I was inspired by this picture. So using this black eye pencil, I'm going to divide my face. The top half will be the snake and the bottom will be human. I'm going to start working on the top half, which is the snake part, by first concealing my eyebrows because snakes don't have eyebrows. Using a spoolie, I'm going to first start combing my eyebrow hair upwards, and then I'm going to completely saturate it on either side with glue stick. And then I'm going to set my eyebrows with some loose powder. The one that I'm using is the Artistry Exact Fit loose powder. You can use any loose powder that you have. And then I'm going to repeat this step because I have very dark, thick eyebrows. If you have lighter eyebrows, you'll probably have to do it just one time. And then using some concealer, I'm going to completely conceal my eyebrows. And I'm going to use this concealer on my lids as well to even out my base. And the concealer that I'm using is the LA Girl Pro Conceal in Pure Beige. I'm going to be setting this one more time with some powder just so it doesn't mix with any other pigments that I'll be using next. My snake will be a combination of silver, black, and gold, kind of going with this boa theme. For the base, which is going to be silver, I'm going to mix Candy Kiss loose pigment from Andy Candy Makeup with some NYX Multitasker, which is a mixing medium. You can use any mixing medium. And then I'm going to use this as a base on the top half of my face. I'm also going to paint the top half of my ears. To get the scales and texture, I cut off a part of my tights. You can do this, or you can also use a wig cap, whatever you have. I've seen a lot of makeup artists use this technique. I didn't want to use anything with equal sized grids in them because if you look at a snake's skin, it has patterns and it also has grids. So these tights work perfectly for me because it has little flowers around which acts like those patterns, and it also has grids. First, I'm going to start stamping some black eyeshadow in areas where I feel it needs a little bit of contouring, and the shadow that I'm using is from Ben Nye. And if you observe, I'm not using the same amount of color everywhere. I'm kind of shading. That way it looks a little bit more natural, again coming back to the point that a snake's skin is not uniform. It's got so many colors, textures, and patterns. And to highlight and add some dimension, I'm using the Aztec Gold Lumiere Luxe Powder, again from Ben Nye. Be very careful in taking off your tights or your cap, whatever you're using. I want to do my eye makeup at the very end after I wear my contact lenses. So let's move on to the lower half of my face. Instead of keeping the lower half just plain simple, I thought it'll be a little bit more interesting if I showed that the skin was peeling off because the snake was shedding it. To get that effect, you will need some toilet paper or tissue paper, and usually toilet paper rolls or tissue papers have 2 layers, and I'm just going to use 1 layer. And here I'm applying some non-toxic glue just under the line that I drew. I'm going to start tearing it in small strips and I'm going to stick it on top of the glue that I just applied. And make sure when you tear off and stick it, the tone part comes on top. That looks more natural than having a straight edge on top. And after I've applied the first layer, I'm going to repeat the step one more time. Wait for a couple minutes till it's dry and then slowly start peeling the top off with either a blunt knife or a wooden stick, and I'm using a nail file here, so anything that's blunt can be used, but just be very careful just to peel off only the top part. Because this is going to give the effect of peeling skin, I'm going to apply some foundation to it to make it look more like my skin color. I'm using the Maybelline Superstay Foundation in Golden. And then I'm going to paint all the gaps that is inside of the skin with the silver pigment that I used before. I'm going to use some black eyeshadow at the very edge where the skin is just peeling off. That way I can add some depth and make it look almost like it's a shadow. And now I'll finish up the bottom half by applying foundation to the rest of my face, neck and shoulders. I'm going to put on these green contact lenses. I bought them from coloredcontacts.com. I'm going to start with tightlining my waterline with a black eye pencil. You can also use a black gel liner. I'm going for those intense dark black smoky eyes which are extended on either sides. Using a matte black eyeshadow, I'm going to completely saturate my lids using a flat shader brush, and then I'm going to start dragging the eyeshadow outward. To add a little bit of sparkle and dimension, I'm going to be using the L'Oreal eyeshadow in Golden Emerald. And then I'm going to be using the JCat Baked Highlighter in Twilight right in the center of my lid. To line my top lash line, I'm using the Italia Deluxe Perfect Waterproof Eyeliner, and I will be extending it in the inner corner. And then I'm going to call it done with a coat of mascara. I'm using Big Shot Mascara from Maybelline. I'm actually very happy with the way the makeup turned out. Let's move on to the headpiece now. My headpiece was inspired by Rihanna's cover of British GQ. I think it was from 2013. I got the styrofoam circle from a craft store. You can use anything that fits your head. I have to spray paint this, and unfortunately you cannot spray paint styrofoam, so I'm using electrical tape to cover this up. Now this is going to be the base. Around this, I'm going to wind some mesh tube. I got the mesh tube from the same craft store. I need the mesh tube because I need the snakes to hold on to something. It's very easy to insert a wire or a string inside the mesh tube and tie it around the snakes, so it works perfectly. I'm going to first tie a knot and add some tape so the knot doesn't come off, and I'm going to wind this all around the ring. And again at the end, I'm going to tie another knot and add some more tape so the knot stays in place and it doesn't either move around or come off. I ordered a couple dozen rubber snakes from Amazon. You also get these at the dollar store. Now I'm going to start attaching the snakes to the ring using this wire. I'm going to insert the wire into the mesh tube and tie it around the snake. I didn't want to tie the snakes really tight. I wanted to let it loose so it flows well and looks a little bit more natural. I randomly attached the snakes and mostly concentrated on one side of the ring, which will be my front part. I'm cutting off all the excess wires and it should look like this. And now I'm going to spray paint the entire headpiece using metallic gold spray paint. And that's it, you guys, and here is the completed look. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to thumbs up, and I've listed all my social media links below, so if you plan to recreate, don't forget to tag me. I look forward to seeing all your recreations as always, and I love you guys so much, and I will see you soon with another tutorial. Bye guys.